exiting at Turlock Air, next in just about 10 minutes. If you just joined us in Modesto, welcome aboard. Please have your tickets out for scanning.
All right, we are live. Hey everybody tuning in. Let's see, we got one person now. Give it a few minutes, see if we can get some more people to come in. Do a little short live stream here. Let everybody know if they want to join in. Tomorrow is Guy Fawkes Day, and that means Scientology. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on my way to go meet up with Nasty Nathaniel and protest Scientology for traditional celebration of Guy Fawkes Day. So if anybody would like to help contribute to the Margarita Fund, maybe Nasty Nathaniel, if you're watching, you can drop your where people donate to you. But if anybody wants to donate to the Margarita Fund, for me anyways, Cash App is TCM1097. Yes, and 1097, for those that don't know, that means on scene in the police code. But yeah, we're going to go down and turbulate the Scientologists and spread our theta, as they say. But we're going to ask some hard questions, such as where's Shelley? Where's Shelley? Where's Shelley Miscavige? But it'll probably be pretty boring. They'll be they usually expect us, but who knows? I expect to see our all-time favorite repeat Scientology guard, Odo. Maybe he'll give me his autograph this time around. All right, it's Nasty Nathaniel. Nasty Nathaniel's here. Welcome, Nasty. Yeah. I was telling everybody if they want to donate to the Margarita Fund, I'm sure you'll drop your donation link, but everybody, they can donate to me on Cash App, TCM1097. We'll see. They usually expect protesters on Guy Fawkes Day at the Scientology locations all across the world. But the main base is in LA, where all the famous characters you may know, like Tom Cruise and John Travolta, like to go at the Celebrity Center. They also have this new studio where they have their own channel on DirecTV. And of course, there's always Big Blue, which I hope to visit and see what's going on there. But yeah, I don't know who we'll see. I hope we'll see Odo. You know, Guy Fawkes Day time to stand. You know, the anonymous mask, the Vendetta mask. It's every 5th of November. So yeah, we're gonna go down there and see what they're doing, and do some interpolating. I heard Nasty Nathaniel is Parker Osmond still down there. Are we gonna run into him potentially? Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that guy is mooning the train. I wonder if the live stream caught that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, alright, let me regain my composure, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Parker Osmond, we got Parker Osmond, Odo Huber. Oh, where's that one guy? Andy, that's right, Andy. We might see Andy, that one guard. He's like the one guard that speaks. And then you got Frank. This is harassment. This is harassment. No, this is interpolation, Frank. He's an actual poster boy. Yes, Andy Knapp. Andy Knapp. He's kind of cool. I mean, he is a Scientology guard goon, after all, but, you know, he's pretty decent from what I see. He likes to debate. I remember a few years back when I met Andy, They didn't want to. He seemed a little flattered that I wanted his autograph, even though he didn't give it to me, unfortunately. Odo, he refused to do any sort of autographs. I mean, we actually showed him a picture of his own family, and he left it in the street. So he abandoned his family technically for the cult. So I expect to see him. He's like the longest guard ever working there at all those facilities on Hollywood Boulevard. It's cookies and cream. I like cookies and cream. Maybe you and I, Nathaniel, we should go have some cookies and cream and bring it to Andy. See if he'll take it. Go to Baskin Robbins. See, looks like we're coming up to Turlock Denier. There's a... Oh yes, Santa Ana Place. Remember that one? Yes. Yes, I remember the Santa Ana incident. Now, for those who don't know, I know a lot of people that I've talked to in person have told, oh, cool. Cool, Nasty, that's great. But now, a long time ago, when I first started doing this stuff, back in, what was it, 2016 or 17? I think it was 2017, yeah, 2017. We went and protested, or maybe it was 2016, I'll have to double check the file. I'm pretty sure it was 2016, but I went to Scientology in Santa Ana on Guy Fawkes Day, since, I didn't really want to take the bus all the way out to LA and all that transportation, so I just went the one local closest to me, which is also, kind of an under-documented org, in my opinion. And it's an ideal org, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I went out there and turbulated, and then one of these guys, he was dressed up in some janitor clothes, and then he went and put on his civilian clothes, and what happened is that he came out, right, and I had an article from an Orange County Register, which is the newspaper, and it said, the Church of Scientology's father calls his own son evil, and, that was Ronnie Miscavige, who I believe is now passed away, unfortunately. But I was showing, Scientologists, well, why would the father of the, chairman of the board call his own son evil? What's up with that? And I confronted him with the article, and he didn't want to acknowledge it. And I said, well, don't you want to communicate? L. Ron Hubbard said communication is the universal solvent. Don't you want to get dissolved? And he said, well, it's our choice if we want to connect that bridge with you, and we don't want to connect right now. And I said, well, absolutely, it's your choice if you want to connect or don't want to connect. But the police said I could do this, so we might as well talk about Scientology. And at that point, this guy steps up to me, and he says, oh, do you think I'm scared of you? I'm bigger than you. And literally, this guy was no more than, I want to say, an inch taller than I was. So it wasn't really there's no real major height advantage. Barely an inch taller than me. We were almost eye level. And he rips the camera from my neck. And that's when I went hand-to-hand combat with him and almost pushed him through a glass window. Because he started to swing the camera around like that medieval weapon, the ball and the chain at the end. And I, of course, just used my head as a battering ram right into his stomach. And that's when all the Scientology goons came out and assisted him. And the police showed up. It was like right around the corner they showed up. It was almost like it was pre-planned. And they did their so-called investigation. And because the guy initiated the fight by stealing my property, the officer said, well, what we have here is a case of mutual combat, so if he's going to press charges against you, you get to press charges against him, and vice versa. So It was like, okay, pretty much take it and leave it, because I could tell the officer they'll drag this out in court forever, and which is interesting because for those who don't know, well, one, the whole problem with this is why it's never been seen as well. I just haven't gotten around to uploading it. I try and upload this stuff around Guy Fawkes Day, but I end up either forgetting or tied up with something else. So eventually, maybe this will be the year after I get back from my trip, meeting up with Nasty Nathaniel, we'll have a big Scientology just dump of related videos over the past, 3 or 4 years. But mainly what happened is my camera that this was recorded on, it's sort of like a video game, an old school video game. You create progress in a level, and then you go and save that. But until you save that progress, all you've done is essentially, just create a placeholder for that file to be saved to. So it created a place to save the video, but unfortunately when he swung the camera around, he knocked the batteries out, so it didn't save. So it's essentially, you're playing your video game and you're building up progress, and somebody turned the power off on you. So that portion of the video is unfortunately lost to the gods of video corruption. But there is a photo right before I confronted the gentleman I took of him standing there, so I'll have something to prove. But after that, I want to say, I don't know, 6 or 7 months later, California Guardian, if those who remember him, him and I think it was Ohio Guardian, if I remember correctly. These are some really old school people for those in the auditing community. They went to, it was, what's that building on Hollywood Boulevard, Nasty Nathaniel, that has the big yellow sign on it, the one that has that museum in it, that has that Lisa Leviesel lady working at it. They went over to that building. It has the Office of Special Affairs, which is like Scientology. Yeah, the Hollywood Guarantee Building. Yes, that's the name of it. That has like the super secret Scientology police headquarters in it on one of the top floors known as OSA. And they were over there one night, and I don't know if it was Andy or another guard. I think it was a different guard, but one of these guards, they were both like face to face with one another, and it was Ohio Guardian, if I remember, because the video is out there somewhere, but I don't think it's uploaded on YouTube anymore. Yeah, Alexi, that's his name, Alexi, that's right, Alexi. I remember Alexi now. He snatched the flashlight out of his hand, and then a whole fight ensued after that. And then the police showed up and arrested them Alexei from Ukraine, of all places. So they showed up and arrested California Guardian and Ohio Guardian. They charged them, I think it was robbery and assault and maybe another charge. But what's interesting is, granted, LAPD is different from Santa Ana Police Department, but in the same situation. But when they have a Scientologist that takes property, it turns into mutual combat. When it was clearly an attack to steal my property, and I had every right to defend myself and retrieve it. But then that turns into mutual combat, and I can't press charges against him unless I want to go to jail with him as well. Even though it's pretty self-evident that I wouldn't just physically rip the camera strap directly off of my neck. Why would I do that when I can just lift it off? They say that's mutual combat, but then when they have a flashlight being shoved in your face and then you take it away because you're essentially being assaulted with that, blinding light, then they turn that into, it's an armed robbery against the Scientologists. So you kind of see how law enforcement plays favorites with the cult. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got, 7 people? 6, 7 people I think was the highest. We just had 6. So, about 15 minutes, about as long as I wanted to go. Let people know that if they want to meet up. Just hang around all the Scientology places in Hollywood, and I'm sure you'll encounter Nasty Nathaniel and I tomorrow. Sometime. Who knows what time. We'll keep the Scientologists on their toes guessing. But yeah, if you all want to come and meet up, help spread the word that Scientology is an evil cult, that'd be great. Hey, everybody, we got some people coming in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, approaching Turlock
Don
today.
Shaw,
Leaving us at Turlock. You need to be in cars
78.
2,
Good to see you
4,
guys. Thank
or
you for
5
tuning
for
in.
exiting. Car 1, that's the car at the very back of the train, will not open at Turlock. Cars 2, 4, and 5 for exiting at Turlock Tenair, now approaching Turlock.
So, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to end it now and conserve some battery. Just wanted to spread the word. Go ahead and I'll add my Cash App to the description if anyone wants to help contribute to our Nasty Margarita Fund. I don't know, hopefully the thing will process in time so I can edit it. Sometimes on the phone, these live streams are a little wonky. So, thank you. There is so Scientology. Oh yeah, I bet there is. They have quite a bunch of places across the world and in the United States. Places and towns you wouldn't even think they'd be in. But, thank you all for tuning in. I'll, hopefully come to you live later. Maybe Mr. Nasty Nathaniel and I will have that margarita together. We'll see. But, maybe you'll catch us tomorrow in Scientology. Go live from there. Wouldn't that be fun? But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. See you then.